In part one of our program about red flags starring Big Tigger and Marcellus Wiley, we talked about Marcellus Wiley, and as crazy as that situation is, if you haven't checked out the video, you need to. As crazy as that situation is, next up is Big Tigger. He's found himself in a jam also. And the video is on TMZ, and it's inexcusable.
Move. Give me back my phone.
Do not touch me.
Give me back my phone.
Please do not
You
touch
just said
me.
if I get off you, give me back my phone.
Don't
You
touch
just
me.
said it. Give me back my phone.
Get off of me!
Give me back my phone.
Get off of me!
Give me back my phone. You don't need it. What do you need it for?
Get off of me!
What do you need it for?
Get off of me! Please get off of
As
me!
soon as you give me my phone.
Please get off of
It's
me!
my phone.
Please get off of me!
Registered in my name.
Please get off of me!
Give me my phone.
You're sticking my ear in my ear.
Oh, sorry.
Get off of me!
Give me my phone.
Please get off of
You
me!
can stay right on the floor.
You're a manhandling me.
I'm not manhandling.
Right there, stop, both of you.
She doesn't care. I don't care. She could just give me my phone. She could just give
She's
me
literally I don't want to here.
She could just give me my phone.
Okay, but stop right now.
Phone.
Tigger,
Give
get
me
off.
my phone.
Do you not see all them crime?
Give me
Bro,
my phone.
why did
Stop.
you do
I'm
that?
not doing that.
Yes,
She
you did. You
dropped.
did.
She dropped.
Bro, you're literally stepping on her.
I'm not stepping on her.
Now, never mind the fact that this woman is a child abuser and a kidnapper. Literally. Never mind any of that, because that doesn't matter, right? Because we're going to come back to that in just a moment here. But I'm doing this as a public service announcement, because, yeah, I could say a lot here, but instead I think I'll just go ahead and let, of all people here, I'm going to let Tasha K take this next part. And she can explain it to
Out. They won't let her out. She getting locked up. They won't let her out. When I tell you I'm so happy about this, y'all have no idea. This is a trash piece of a woman. Tigger married this damn dirty foot, and then she put her foot up his ass. She sure did. You are in the Black Radio Hall of Fame, sir. You are decorated, Tigger. You have a pristine career. Never been in any controversy. And you go marry a dirty foot with 3 different baby daddies and ain't none of them in the picture, and you decided to play daddy.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack?
Yeah, yes, sir.
You know what that does to you?
3 kids by 3 different dudes. And then you wonder how your life ended up here, because the damning part of all this, the inexcusable part of all this, isn't just that he got with her knowing all this. Never mind the fact that she done kidnapped a kid from the other baby daddy. Obviously that didn't register to Tigger either. He's just like, well, it's my turn, so whatever. This other dude's son that you have jumped up to say you gonna play stepdaddy to, he is sitting up here arguing to let his mama keep your phone.
You can stay right on the floor.
You're a manhandling me.
I'm not manhandling.
Right there, stop, both of you.
She doesn't care. I don't care. She could just give me my phone. She could just.
She's literally I don't want to here.
She could just give me my phone.
Okay, but
You want to talk about this little nigga thinks he grown? Now, I'm not going to tell y'all about back in the old days how the old people handle situations like this. You're in the new sissified single mama era where everything's about scamming. But let me just tell you right now, this little old chap is sitting up here talking to a grown man like that.
she's literally I don't want to here.
She could just give me my phone.
Okay, but stop right now.
Phone.
Okay, I want to ask y'all a question. How many of you, when you were children, thought that you could tell either your mother or your father to do or not do anything. I want to know where y'all got raised at. I want to know who it was in here that when you were an adolescent, you were able to command your parents what to do or not to do, and you could cuss at them while you were doing it.
She could just.
She's literally I don't want to hear.
She could just give me my phone.
Okay, let's stop right now.
Oh.
Tigger, get
I want to know who among you that's where you were raised. You were raised where you could tell your mother and your father not ask, you could tell them what to do. I want to know where y'all was at. I want to know what city and state you came from, where you could tell your daddy that you could sit there and talk to your father like this.
She could just.
She's literally I don't want to hear.
She could just give me my phone.
Okay, let's stop right now.
Oh.
I mean, folks, he is raising his voice. He is yelling. He is cursing at this man. I want to know which one of y'all were so liberated in your household that you felt like you could raise your voice, yell, and curse at your daddy. I want to know where that is, because that is Tigger's house. I just need you to understand that. That's Tigger's house. That's what he brought into his home with this woman that he thought it was okay that she kidnapping kids. Oh, well, it's my turn. Okay, well, this is the cost of his turn.
A trash piece of a woman. Tigger married this damn dirty foot, and then she put her foot up his ass. She sure did. You are in the Black Radio Hall of Fame, sir. You are decorated, Tigger. You have a pristine career. Never been in any controversy. And you go marry a dirty foot with 3 different baby daddies and ain't none of them in the picture. And you decided to play daddy to all them kids, including yourn. And now she done took yourn away. And from what I'm being told, he was the one that gave a drop on the location of her heading northbound on 85 to go get her because his baby was in the car. We did an entire interview with the father. This is no
Young Bloods riding dirty on 85.
told. He was the one that gave a drop on the location of her heading northbound on 85 to go get her because his baby was in the car. We did an entire interview with the father. This is no allegedly. Alicia kidnapped their daughter from foster care. This is the same daughter Tigger's wife, Alicia, left in a cold car while she went into a casino and left that baby in the car, and she started pissing and pooping on herself and throwing up. They took the baby over something else, put the baby in foster care, and Alicia kidnapped the baby from foster care, not from the daddy, because the daddy and the mother were fighting, trying to get her back, but she didn't want the daddy to get her because she was an unfit damn mother. Since Tigger didn't want to do no background report or believe all the people that was reaching out to him, all the men that she's had locked up over the past, you know what? He's got to go through the same thing. The only difference is he exercising his cards a lot better. He had his main card, which was the kidnapping card. Go ahead, listen to this man's story that Alicia allegedly did whatever to him too. Go ahead.
The craziest woman I've ever dated in my entire life. I don't know how Big Tigger married her, but I don't know how you got to that point. But bruh, this lady was crazy, man. She was one of them people who took things to the fullest extent. Literally tried to get my juice bar. I used to own a juice bar in Baltimore. Tried to get that shut down. Reached out to the owners of the actual building that I was leasing. Also, I was the brand and marketing manager for DTLR Inc. And she literally contacted HR, said that I recorded a video having sex with her in the company. Wild stuff, bro. It's crazy.
Tigger, you not protecting her now because it's interrupted your bag after she's done this over and over and over to many men. I just think that's selfish. So now you couldn't see your baby, so now you want to lock her up. But it was a man that contacted you, Darrell Williams, who said that she had kidnapped his baby. 3 different fathers you didn't think to reach out to say, let me see what the issue is. And any real man that's a true leader of a household is going to ensure that there is proper relationships being made between the kids and their fathers.
Every woman got that one wig. Stop forcing that one wig to fit every version of you.
Okay, well, thank you, man. We appreciate that. So, yeah, that's how we ended up here.
Tigger,
Give
get
me
off.
my phone.
We ended up
Do
here.
you not see Autumn cry?
Stop. I'm not doing that.
Yes, you
She's
do.
drunk.
You got somebody else's son in your house
I just want my phone. She can give me the phone and it'll be
sitting up here siding with his mama against you, and you didn't think that was gonna happen? No, you know why? Because you'll sit your goofy, stupid ass out here. Oh, I said it.
And deal with it, nigga.
You'll sit your goofy, stupid ass out here, hop yourself on social media, listen to somebody's bastard baby-making single mom or somebody's super simp sit up here and tell you about the joys of being a stepdaddy. I loves my stepdaddy. Don't listen to these other people. I was raised by a stepdaddy. You don't ever see their stepdad on their social media. You don't see them ever saying anything good about him. It's only when you start talking about don't do that. Yeah, that's usually because by that point they're single mothers and now they want to talk the rest of the males into becoming stepdads. But it's not like they treated their stepdad great. It is not like they treated their stepdad great. So then they sit up here and then tell you about how great it'll be to be a stepdad. And then if your options are low, you can be a DJ in Atlanta and your options be so low that you take a chick with crazy baggage. I mean, she doesn't have bad baggage. She got crazy baggage. And you just sitting there with it. So I'm just like, okay, both of y'all about to be along for the ride is what's about to happen. Now, you do understand that she's committing a crime right now, right? You do understand that she's committing a crime right now, right? She's done snatched this man's phone. You do understand that's a crime, right? The issue is if black men call the police will show up trying to kill us. There's the issue. But by the way, she's committing a crime. He should have told this little buck-toothed little chappy over here, hand me your damn phone. I'm going to call the police to come arrest your mama. No, I'm going to sit on her to prevent her from leaving. You going to give me your phone and we going to put her in jail tonight. Hand me your phone. Okay. Let me call these people. Oh, she ain't going nowhere. All right, now that I got that, let me go ahead and get them people to come and let's go pick her up for felony theft, felony robbery. Remember the white kids in Florida got pushed off their bikes by them adults. They got arrested. The adults got arrested for felony robbery for not giving him his cell phone back. What? They did not give him his cell phone back and they done charged them with felony robbery. So it's like, okay, let's go ahead and take care of this. But I do want y'all to understand that, by the way, she never should have been around to do this. Now, you all know it's true. Red flags. Hey, crazy chicks got the best sex. Hands down. There's no doubt about it. Crazy chicks got the best sex. And you talking about crazy, biracial, adopted?
Damn!
Oh, man. I mean, we talking about flamethrower. I'm not going to lie to you about it. I mean, if you can get some crazy, biracial nurse adoptee. Man, what are you talking about? That's like liquid dynamite. Oh, I can't be mad at you at all. Absolutely. And then you send her ass home. You can bring her over for the personal one-man trip to Disneyland, and then you send her ass skipping and hopscotching back to Uber. That's the way you do that. If you got to take the little crazy chick who done kidnapped the kids, hey, bring her over for the weekend and then call the FBI on Monday. Yeah, you know that chick kidnapped the kids up in Maryland? Yeah, she right here, bruh. Can I get that Crime Stoppers reward? Damn! Do I get that Crime Stoppers reward? Yeah, the chick kidnapped the kid. Yeah, she right here. Yeah, bruh, she right here. If you want to have your turn, okay, get your turn, and just as soon as she go to sleep, you know, you go in the other room like that meme of the fella on the cell phone. Yeah, that chick kidnapped the kids in Maryland. Yeah, she right here in this bed right now. Oh, no, she asleep, bro. I'm that dude. She asleep. But I suggest you hurry up. She only going to be out for a few more hours. I mean, you know, take your time, but don't slow poke it. I get that Crime Stoppers reward, right? Because this is a felony. It's kidnapping. Since the Lynchburg, baby. Since the Lindbergh, baby. So, yeah. Okay. Do I even need to define the red flag here? Stepdaddy? When she got 3 kids by 3 different dudes and you walked in to be number 4? Who does that? Who thinks that's the move? Who thinks that's the way to go? All these videos out here from all these fellas with all these dudes talking about how terrible being a stepdad has been. And you sat there and you said, okay, I hear you, bro. Where's she at? I mean, and he's gonna go marry her. So I'm like, dude, you got issues. Who the hell are they hiring to be DJs in Atlanta? You got issues. There's no way in the hell that this was a good idea. There's literally nothing in the mathematics here that says that this is a sensible or good idea. And off he went. She from out of state, 3 kids by 3 different dudes. This is not her first time acting out. I want to also tell you another thing. Fellas, if you get a chick who squeals or screams when she's unhappy, they start doing that tantruming thing, dude.
He's stepping on her.
I'm not stepping on her. I just want my phone. She could give me the phone and it'd be over. She could give me the phone and it would be over.
Bro, just get over her. She's gonna
I'm
give
not
you.
on her at all. Give me my phone.
Get off of me,
Give me my phone.
D, if I was anybody else, you wouldn't be doing this.
Give me my phone.
Okay. Bruh, how did we get here? How do we get here? So just understand, he had every opportunity. Of all the chicks out here, he bypassed all of them. Let me go grab somebody's 3-time loser so I can go play stepdaddy. And the little chump you trying to play stepdaddy to is sitting there telling you, get off his mama from trying to get your cell phone.
You're literally stepping on her.
I'm not stepping.
Y'all, does he look like he's stepping on her?
You're literally stepping on her.
I'm not stepping on her.
Okay. You fellas sit up here and walk off in this stuff, and then you get surprised when her and the kids she had by the other dude sit up here and gang up on you. Because you think you're going to convert another man's son into being yours because the sex with his mama is fire. You got to understand something here. Single moms are like convicts. What? I said it. Single moms are like convicts out on parole. They have to be good at sex because they ain't got nothing else to offer. They don't have money. They don't have social status. So they have to be very good at sex because what else she gonna offer you? So just like when dudes get out of prison, they find the first fat chick with a Section 8 check they can get a hold of and let me break the little piggy wiggies off of her and I have a place to stay about 6 months. Okay, single moms in the same boat. Money messed up. It's like, okay, let me find a sucker who doesn't get a bunch of female attention and let me give him the fireworks of 4th and 5th of July. Next thing you know, he hooked. Now he's in the middle of the damn floor fighting over his cell phone. And it's like, dude, was the sex that good? Was the sex good enough for this to be going on? So Tigger walked himself into... Folks, it's the 21st century. We've known about this since at least the 90s. Montel Williams was doing shows about single moms back in the 90s. There are zero males who don't know. Do not commit to a single mom. I don't care about her sob story. I don't care what she told you. And one more thing, I don't care if she said she used to be married. What? I said I don't care if she says she used to be married. No excuses, no exceptions. If she comes to you with children by another man, she's a single mom, and you're about to get whatever you're about to get. Well, she didn't ask to become a single mom. Do you think the kids care? The kids don't give a damn about that. The only time that I've ever seen children of a single mom really gravitate to a new dude is if their dad was just a SOB. I mean, he was just no good. I mean, he was just terrible. That's the only time I've ever seen that. And even then, it's only some of the time. They dad can be a whole convict, a whole killer, a whole reprobate, a whole degenerate. That's they dad. They rolling with dad till the wheels come off. They go to prison to go see him every 3 months. They rolling with dad till the wheels come off. So him being a terrible person doesn't really even, that's not even really the deal breaker most of the time. The only time it ever works is if dad is just awful. Then you might have a shot. Otherwise, nigga, they don't really fool with you like that. They don't. Well, I'll marry her and then they'll see how much I'm committed to mom. No. See, that little simp game, that works on their mama. That doesn't work on the kid. Oh, I'll take care of your kids, Russell Wilson. Speaking of Russell Wilson.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
Oh, folks, one more thing. So glad we mentioned about Russell Wilson here tonight. Because, in case you didn't know, this happened on Instagram. Well, this is Lala Anthony's page. On Lala's page, Pink Dolphin. I don't get it. She's not in the water so far as I can tell. Okay, but Lala Anthony says Pink Dolphin. I'm bringing it up for a reason. This was 4 days ago. Y'all see all these people up here commenting. There's Chloe Bailey. Let's hear it for other losers. But guess who else? All these check marks. But guess who else showed up in the comments? Make sure I didn't miss it. Hey, y'all. Is that Russell Wilson?
Damn!
Oh, yes, it is. My Humpty eyes don't deceive me. Why, there's Russell Wilson talking about, now that's a good caption, sis. And take a look at the comments. First fella, this guy / girl too invested. Shut your B-ass up. On his so-called 10-year anniversary, too. He is just like Future. Damn! Delete. You're telling Russell, delete that. Okay. He wishing Ciara's body looked like this. Why? This is who he always is. Been telling y'all, he fake AF. Okay. You messy. They talking to Russell. Okay, boy, I'm telling you. Okay. For all you know, this is an inside joke because no one else knows what he's laughing about.
Sit your ass down.
Yeah, there's always one. It's, just the hoes with Ciara's prayer. They hanging in there. They hanging in there. So, they're trying. They're trying. Okay. So, all right. Wow. Now Russell. Okay. Boy, they mad as hell though, ain't they? They are mad as hell. At what? I've been saying this forever. Well, y'all thought I was exaggerating? People were telling you that? Y'all thought we were exaggerating? This was 4 days ago, folks. By the way, 4 days ago, July 6th. 4 days ago. Okay. Just saying, folks. Oh boy. Somebody said unwind with Tasha K. You see this? All right. He is nothing like Future. She's like his sister. Who said this? Who in the hell said, oh my goodness. Fat Amber Rose. Okay, so obese Amber Rose is sticking up for Lala. So I'll let that speak for itself. Okay. Millions of hypersexual men. Damn, we all get caught out there sometimes, homie. They talking to Russell with that. It's like they see you. Ciara's body is better and not fake. Didn't Ciara and Lala take pictures together or something? Okay. What? Cece is bigger and natural. Bigger. All right. Somebody made the comment here. Ciara's comment should match the joke too, if there was one. So if this is an inside joke, okay. I'm sure, hey folks, don't y'all's husbands go to other women's pages when they're in a bikini and make inside jokes? Hey fellas, who among us has not been a married man on a divorced and looking 40-something-year-old female's page and seen her in a bikini talking about pink dolphins and left a comment? Who among us has not done that? Especially to all you married men out there. Of course, this is totally normal for a married man to go on somebody's bikini page and leave a picture and leave a comment like that. Of course. I mean, don't we all do it? Okay. All right. Okay, they're trying hard to justify this. They're trying hard. I just wanted to let y'all know. This comment right here, I'm letting y'all know. This comment right here. This comment right here. All right, when the other shoe drop, just remember I brought this to you first. Just remember when the other shoe drop, I promise you Ciara's going to bring this up. I told y'all that Ciara will be the one to cut out and she'll accuse Russ of something. And just like all these sheep-ass hoes sat up here following behind him, when Ciara turns on him, all them hoes gonna turn on him in unison. All these chicks in the comment section, they'll be the first ones running to rip him apart. When Ciara turns on him, the sisterhood gonna turn with him because they don't give a damn about Russ. They give a damn about him being a useful idiot who bailed out Ciara and thus gives the phony impression to society that this is what you're supposed to do for all the hoes with they bastard kids. And when they get ready to turn on them, they're gonna bring this up and say, we knew you were just like Future. We knew it. Even if it's not true, Ciara says you did it. And besides, you were lusting after other women. We have proof that you were lusting after other women. It was her friend, too. You know Lala was desperate. You know Russell only like him light-skinned. He only like him light-skinned. So, you know, he couldn't help himself. We all know that Lala steals men. Remember Carmelo? So we know she liked to steal men. So these married men, they got a good thing and don't know how to keep it. They got a good thing and they still just want everybody. So just mark my words, when them hoes get ready to go in on them, they gonna do that. You got his house? I sure did.
And deal with it, nigga.
Okay. So, by the way, just in case y'all thought I was done tonight, just in case you thought I didn't bring all the receipts and invoices. Oh, hell no. YouTube cutting me off only made me stoke the fire even more. So, by the way, it is that. It is that. Red flags, people. Red flags. Red flags. Marcellus, Tigger, Russell. There's just so many fellas out here stepping on rakes and then turn right around and go step on another one. It's just insane. And as men, it doesn't work out for you. The females... Well, that chick is on her fourth damn dude. Tigger is the fourth dude. Fourth. How you gonna tell these chicks that they are done and through? And she's like, dude, I done got pregnant by 4 guys. And the last one was one of the biggest DJs in America. How are you going to convince the females that they're done and through? And then Captain Save-A-Ho is sitting over there in the corner doing jumping jacks and stretching so he can get ready to jump into action. Hurting a lot of feelings tonight, but I'm doing my job. However, you might disagree. Therefore, we're going to go ahead and turn on the Zoom here. We're going to go ahead and turn on the Zoom here. Let me go ahead and pin that to the chat room. If you have been instructed by my mods to call in, now you are required to do so. If you don't, that's all right. You proved us right, and you can get banned. Red flags, fellas, the red flags. You ignore them at your peril. There are too many lonely males. And I'm going to say something else that folks don't want to hear. There's too many fellas out there trying to fake like they money big and they money straight, and it really ain't. I'm going to get into that a little bit deeper, but before I do that, I want to jump back over here into Marcellus. And flesh this out right quick. All right, folks, what were the problems here with Marcellus? Let's take a look at the facts about why she made the move she did now. Why did Anne-Marie file now? Let's ask some questions. Number 1, how long have they been married? 12 years. Oh, hell. How many biological kids do they have together? 3. Damn. Where do they live? California.
Damn!
Is there any proof that she's been planning to do this to him all along? Hell yeah. She got all her ducks lined up in a row. She waited until Marcellus found himself something else to do. She waited until, because the NFL money been dried up for a minute, but remember, he went from the NFL to Fox Sports, remember? So it wasn't really clear that Marcellus had peaked out yet. So he got on Fox Sports and was like, wait, hold on. Let me wait to see Let me wait to see if the ride is really over. So she stuck around a little bit longer. Let me see if the ride is really over. Okay, then him and Jason, big fat piece of chicken lock, got let go from Fox Sports, and then it must look like shaky. Then he starts his podcast, and he's doing all right with that, although I doubt that you're really balling out of control, to be totally honest. So I think what happened was she looked at his finances, and she came to a conclusion that, this is about as good as it's going to get. This is about as good as it's going to get. And let me go ahead and start making my way toward the exits. I got 10 years in the game in California with 3 kids. That means I get a piece of everything from here on in. Anything and everything he's doing now, I get a piece of that. So let me leave now while my abs are flat enough to go see if I can find me a sugar daddy. Let me go do that. Somebody in Wakanda or something. Let me go do that. That seems to make a little bit more sense when you think about it. So that's it, dude. She sized you up good. She measured you up good. She made sure she was in a good situation. She waited to make sure all the assets that you have, she got that. She immediately went to court and said, I want the house, the kids. Next up is to tell you how much child support you're going to be breaking off. And she is clearly going to try to break you. Oh, bruh, she been waiting a while. Now, let me just say something. As a former professional athlete, as Marcellus is, you shouldn't be surprised to hear that he was laying up with other women. She married the game. Baby, you married the game. However, here's the point that Marcellus needs to understand. Fellas, there are females who are okay with you sleeping with other women, and then there's females who just act like they okay with you sleeping with other females. She's just doing whatever she got to do to get you across that finish line to the altar. But she's not okay with you laying up with these other women. She ain't never been okay with that. Fellas, y'all, you like the chick Iman Shumpert had, it's like, man, you got to choose wisely for that, because if you are today a man in the high 6s or 7 figures or higher, these chicks will do anything to get you across that finish line. Anything, any lie, any deceit, any treachery, they'll sit there and lay low for a minute. That's why you got to test the hell out of them, and you got to check for the red flags. The red flag is not her leaving. If she's got an agenda, she's not going to leave until she's got that agenda taken care of. But you got to look to see if the red flags, as we define them, are there. Once the red flags are there, hey, dude, you got to be brave enough and mature enough with yourself to say, yeah, you don't get access. You don't get access. So he sat there and he stayed still, and then he's retired, and he's just like, if I can get this heifer to act straight. Bruh, act straight left the damn building a long damn time ago, man. Act straight, act right left the building a long time ago. You can't reform no chick in her 30s. To all the fellas out there, ladies, why do men want girls in their 20s? Because you can't reform a girl in her 30s. Well, not girls anymore. You can't reform no chick in her 30s. Y'all fellas say, okay, if I can just tweak her. Now you sound like the hoes, man. What you got is what you got. Another thing, a lot of you fellas think that a chick with daddy issues or mommy issues, you confuse that with being a clean slate or being coachable. Let me say it one more again. A lot of you fellas confuse a female with daddy issues, mommy issues. You are out here confusing a confused or conflicted female with being a clean slate. Just because a chick is lost doesn't mean she's clean. A lot of y'all think she's looking for guidance when in reality she's just lost. You can ignore that warning sign if you want to. This will come back to bite you. So when you get the crazy little biracial chick, the adoptee, you get the chick bucking for a green card, you get the chick with a crazy past. We talk all of these folk here, basically stepkids, adoptees. Okay, man, and this got nothing to do with knowing their father, because most of these so-called fathers out here today are class A, busted down, garbage pail simps.
And deal with it, nigga.
And y'all are half the damn problem. You're not the solution. Asking a chick what her relationship with her father is like doesn't help you, because these simp-ass daddies out here for the last 2 generations, they're not the solution. They're the damn problem. So you can ignore these red flags. You can do that. But it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. And now I'm bringing this to you all tonight as a public service announcement. If you missed part 1, YouTube is doing their stuff tonight. So go back and review part 1. We covered all the information, all the documentation. We covered everything that the national media did not. I showed you all the actual divorce document that Anne-Marie Wiley filed. She had the law firm already on deck, but then again, she had been plotting to divorce him since the beginning of the year.
Nigga, what?
She admitted that she had been talking to attorneys back in January. Okay, but that's when he caught her talking to the attorneys. I submit to you that she decided to divorce him years ago. She finally started making the phone calls last year. She got caught this year. Did she leave him in January? No, she didn't leave him in January. She stuck around all the way to July. She stuck around all the way to July. He paid for them to go to a damn trip to Disney World. And she said, nigga, I'm going to give you a holiday in Disney World to remember. And what do you know, when you go to her Instagram, it's very obvious that she is fishing for a sponsor. She's trying to show men what she's working with, and she's fishing for a sponsor, just like Lala Anthony. Lala trying to get picked, and Anne-Marie was sitting there, a married woman looking to get picked. Right there in front of that man's face. But then again, he admits that he's known for years plural. He's known about this for years, plural. Didn't change what he did. Let's go ahead and jump over here in the Zoom. By the way, the folks who are in the chat room supposed to be calling up. Where you at? You're not saying anything to defend your points right now. It makes you look real bad and real raggedy. What happened? You got shut down that damn quick. At least make it a challenge for me. I mean, at least make it a little bit of a challenge. Don't get your head knocked off like Mike Tyson in his prime. You get knocked out in the first 15 seconds, and at least stand your ass back up and try to act like you're going to raise your gloves. Let's go ahead and jump over here on Zoom right quick. Let me see if I can get Brother Elijah up here on Zoom for me here. It's Friday night. All right, we got Brother Elijah up here on Zoom. What's on your mind, brother?
Hey, $1 sign to you, big brother, and to the family. Brother, I'm going to say these words, and I would love for you to build on this. After watching these videos with these two brothers, and it just simultaneously reminds me of what happened to Ray Rice years ago. It's going to be controversial, but I'm going to say it. As far as I'm watching this, the black family is dead. And we got President Bastard, the Bill Clinton, to thank for this.
Well, no, I mean, the black family is not dead. However, the quote-unquote black power couple myth needs to be revisited in its honesty. Okay. Because it's been framed by celebrities and framed, worst of all, by a bunch of opportunistic, self-serving, would-be feminist female generation online looking for caricatures that they can prop up because they have an agenda. CR ain't no damn black family you want to have. That's not nothing you want to have. Neither is Jay-Z and Beyonce for that matter. But you have a bunch of people looking to prop that up because they're looking for an escape hatch. They're looking for a sponsor. So the whole thing is, the idea is to tell you that that's what a couple's supposed to be, because that's supposed to bludgeon the rest of you males into chasing this carrot on a stick. Right. That you need to be doing that. It shouldn't be lost on you that, Marcellus is sitting there in look like a Maybach van, because that's not any Maybach vehicle I've ever heard of, but it looks like one of those Mercedes, probably a Maybach, converted Maybach van.
Yes, sir.
And it's supposed to bludgeon the rest of you, but by the females constantly drubbing you with that, it's supposed to make the rest of you sit up here and start running triple time to try to catch up to that and try to satisfy that idea. Because the issue here is that it's not that there are not enough men available. There's more than enough men available. The real issue is that, well, no, we want men who are going to give us a fantasy life. I don't want a man who will provide. Take a look at what your granddaddy and your daddy provided. Well, okay, well, that's providing for you. No, you got to do way better than that. So they want a fantasy life, and it's all about how do we bully you into doing that. So no, the black family is not dead, but this internet caricature of it, this false, phony propaganda, that's the thing that needs to die right there.
Big brother, I want to further build on that. I get what you're saying, big brother. You was talking about the child earlier, and you was asking a question. When was the last time you ever seen a child tell the parent anytime what they can do or what they can't do? But I'm gonna go somewhere further, because the physical hierarchy died, big brother. Years ago, the Christians would say it was God, man, woman, and child. For those who are not religious, all right, we'll just say on a physical, that was the spiritual hierarchy. We'll just go on a physical hierarchy. Man, woman, and child. But in this bastard white supremacist country we have here, they say it's woman, child, then man, and everything like that. Everybody got to say so except the man of the house. And you said this earlier, that's Big Tigger's house and everything like that. And when these bastard white supremacists made these domestic violence laws, I thought that was just pertaining to women who are actually being abused. This man is just trying to get his cell phone back. And you mean to tell me this is domestic violence?
Yes, I mean, this is, dude, I mean, it's not about what reality is. It is not. It's not about reality at all. It's whatever their system says it is. So Jeffrey Epstein ain't did nothing to nobody, and Tigger is guilty of anything they say it is. So that's the whole point. That is the entire point. No, you're not. The system has set up everything here for that purpose. Yes, they set up everything for that purpose.
Big brother, I'm trying to wrestle with this one. All right, this is a different one.
Okay, whoa, hold on.
I'm so sorry.
Hold on a moment here. Just
Yes, sir.
In the chat room, higher thinking. I'm not really sure what you mean by that higher thinking. Higher thinking, you might have to give me a call. You might have to give me a call, higher thinking. Might have to do that. Understand something here, folks. I want to take this as a moment to remind you of something.
Yes, sir.
When you hear these phrases all the time and you don't really know the distinction between them, when they say things like assault and battery.
Yes, sir.
Because assault does not require physical contact.
Oh, okay.
For those of you who aren't aware, assault does not, when they say you're guilty of assault, that does not assault does not actually require physical contact. Now,
Yes, sir.
battery does. Battery does. But assault is simply making somebody afraid. Which, of course, they didn't extend to Trayvon Martin. If you're black, you don't get that extended to you. So the system says you weren't being assaulted and shut the builder and so on and so forth. I don't want to make this into a totally different program because I don't want to have a political program. However, no, the system picks and chooses. So if you're a black male, you practically cannot be assaulted. When you go in the system, as far as the system is concerned, if you are a black male, you're assaulting everybody simply by standing there. Your presence is an assault on everybody. Isn't that right, Jordan Neely? So you just standing there is assault.
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, folks can sit up here and run you over in a car and haven't assaulted you yet. So as a black male, just understand, as far as the system's concerned, you can assault, but you can never be assaulted. You can batter, but you can never be battered.
That's deep, big brother. Big brother, big brother, you said something very key. You're not trying to turn this into political, and that's a whole nother point. You wasn't being political because that was round about the same question I was asking, and I'm not trying to be political at all on this program, but how do we expect these devil white supremacists to take us seriously and we don't take ourselves seriously?
Well, the first thing we have to do is take ourselves seriously.
Right. But when I'm saying this, because I'm going to get even raw and nastier with my comments, not to be disrespectful on the program.
Well, that would be.
Okay, please forgive me. All right, please forgive me, big brother.
But to address your question there, because you're going a little long, we have to be serious ourselves, starting as men.
Right.
What I'm saying is that, what was the reason that Marcellus chose that woman?
Big brother, you always teach us that was probably the prettiest woman he was ever going to have in his life, because he's not, let's keep it a buck. I don't believe for a second he's a ladies' man. Not putting the brother down, but he saw that and it seemed interested in him. Okay, he had to run up. You always taught us that,
and that's what tends to trip them up, is that men will have an image in their head. It's like the inverse of the female Prince Charming. He's got the idea of the type of chick he's supposed to have. If he was in the NFL, you had a bunch of fit females built like cheerleaders and whatnot, banging down your door, and you had free access to them. And as an athlete, that's basically been his life since he was in high school.
Right.
So when he gets to be a grown man, even though he was years out of the league at that point, okay, because I want to say he played until, they say he had a 10-year career. What year did Marcellus retire from the NFL, y'all?
I'll look it up too.
Yeah, y'all find out what year did Marcellus retire, because he met her in 2012, or at least the first incident is 2012. So I'm not sure when exactly he met her. Just first incident she reported was 2012, and then they got married in 2014.
2006.
Okay, so his NFL career was over in 2006. 6 years, somewhere around 6 years later, he encounters her. I'm not sure when he met her. First documentation she gives is 2012. Somewhere in that 6-year period, we'll just say 5 years. Mm-hmm. Somewhere within that 5-year period, assuming they didn't know each other beforehand, I'm not sure, these two get together. So what I'm saying is that this chick is a nursing student. What?
Right.
She's talking to a former NFL player who's just out of the league. He ain't burned up all of his money. He's very educated. I don't know if he went to Ivy League or not. Some folks were saying he did. I'm not sure. But he's not a dumb.
He went to Columbia.
Yeah, he's in Columbia. He's been Ivy League educated, so he's not a dummy. And he's obviously not through yet either. So she gets with him, and let's just be honest, that was the best she could do. So she might have had ideas of getting, the president of Columbia. Maybe that ain't gonna be you. Okay, so she gets Marcellus. What I'm saying is that, for somebody like him, she fits the model. You take a look at her physically, you see she fits the model. She's some exotic chick. She's mixed up. I know she hit him with the I'm half Nigerian, half Dutch.
Oh, please.
She hit him with that. She hit him with the I'm half Nigerian, half Dutch. So, you know that's what's going there. For all the folks out there who hate it, let me go throw it in your face right quick. Yeah, I'm not the one saying it. She's the one saying it. I'm half Nigerian, half Dutch. So she's running around playing the exotic card. And like a lot of fellas, he went for it. He's not used to it. He fell for it. He jumped hook, line, and sinker. Because he tells himself, I should have a female this remarkable. Russell Wilson said the same garbage. A chick who tilts the room. Tilts it how? Well, she's different from the rest of you. Not really, but okay. It's what he values. And she saw it coming. And he should have said no, but he didn't. And when she saw he wasn't going to say no, that was it. So that's the part that needs to change. If you've got that kind of ability and whatnot, you got to stop telling yourself that there's this image in your head of the kind of chick, quote unquote, you supposed to be with. Predetermined. And what fellas really have to start doing out here, and I'm talking about the 7-figure and 8-figure men, fellas, you're going to have to start finding some sixes who know that they sixes.
And deal with it, nigga.
Fellas, you're going to have to start finding I'm talking to the 7-figure men. You can't talk to the 10s no more. The 10s are psycho crazy. They've been flued out for years. They got their own ideas. And when their time runs out, they're not giving up on it. They just decided, let me start snaking niggas. And that's what you deal with. Men need to start finding some 6s who can be upgraded to an 8. Here's the key. She's got to be a 6 who knows she a 6 and accepts that she's a 6. Not a 6 who thinks she a 8. You need a 6. The reason for this is because you need a 6 who can be upgraded and she'll be grateful after you do. Because a chick who is a 6 and thinks she's an 8 or a 10, she doesn't appreciate anything you're doing. She thinks you're supposed to do that. As you should. You should be doing that. So you want a chick who ain't used to nothing. The reason you clowns are going overseas is because in reality, you don't want to have to accept what your pay grade is here. Get you a 6 who is with the program and really just wants to be upgraded. That's what it needs to be. Because you'll be a whole lot better getting with a 6 who you could upgrade to an 8. But and even by the time she gets to an 8, she still has a 6 mindset of humility. She still has the mindset and humility of a 6. She doesn't get there to be an 8 or a 10. It's like, of course I'm an 8 or a 10. The females who are going to give you trouble after that, they already showed you that they thought they were 8s or 10s already. That's where the problem comes from. Nigga, why do you keep trying to talk?
I'm sorry. I was just going to ask. Sorry.
You're always asking something. What is, Elijah?
This is going to be my last question, and I'm going to land my plane, big brother. When you was I get where you're coming from, but the real issue I have is just bigger than their status as far as number. I notice every woman around the planet, and I know you talk about female nature, they know their role. Their man talks, they stay quiet. It's always us, a lot of our sisters, all right, because of these white supremacist laws, all right, they always got to take the lead. The man is bringing home the paper. Big Tigger is bringing home the paper. Marcellus Wiley, so many and so on. They always, and then their woman always has to come out front. A lot of our sisters do this, come out front and try to overshadow their man instead of just shutting the fuck up, go with the flow and everything like that. And I'm trying to figure out how do we get back to that, because we cannot continue to marry these sisters and they're being melanated agents of white supremacy.
Right, but here's the issue. The issue is, take for example a chick like Amory Wiley. She didn't become arrogant and conceited and vain after he met her. She is a compressed cesspool, marshmallow ball of vanity and conceit from the very beginning.
Yes, sir.
Which the nursing field is just overwhelmed with it. She was never some humble little wallflower who was open and available and humble. That was never her.
Yes, sir.
Never. She's always the thing is she's always been trying to overcompensate. She's been trying to compensate and overcompensate. She's never been humble. She's never thought that I'm just a little lowly chick and I should be glad just to be here. That's part of that overcompensation. She's always felt she has an inferiority complex. So to compensate for it, she's compensating with an arrogance complex. So you're not going to tell her what she ain't. Even taking a look at them scrawny legs on her, you're not going to tell her what she ain't. Oh, this is bad, Bill. What? Okay.
Right.
All right, baby, back home. Humility. Did the BBL go wrong? Damn! Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all will see the pictures here on your screen here in just a moment. I ain't dissing nobody. I'm just saying, okay. She might want to go see Lala's plastic surgeon based on this angle right here. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Okay. The BBL's bad built. Okay. Yeah, all right. I'm going to leave that where it is. Jason, you dissing. Okay. By the way, I know this with the head rag on, so she thinks she's bad. Okay. I'm talking about bad girl. Like I said, all the good girls want to be bad. So the bottom line is that she was showing all these signs from the beginning. And what I'm saying is that somebody like Marcellus will walk off right into that because he's going to be taking a look at the problem I have with dudes just running females down as a group. I don't want you all to get lost in that because what happens is it actually makes you susceptible to an Anne Marie because you're going to be going off of just the aesthetics and be like, well, of course, she obviously is not a size 20. Well, that's true. She isn't. She's obviously not, crazy fat. Okay, she isn't.
Yes, sir.
And then you'll be sitting there saying, and she looks better than these other chicks out here. And what I'm saying is, have you ever thought that that's the record she has playing in her head nonstop?
Right.
Okay. And what I'm saying is that a Marcellus will fall for that too because he'll be telling himself he's doing better than most of the black males out here. Of course. For those of y'all talking about wasn't he running around with Jason Whitlock and this, that, and the other, and he been talking kind of out of line too. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Not germane in that sense to focus on that tonight, but and what I'm talking about right now, how you got into this, that's how that's an element. If you think you're better than the other black men around you, then by definition, you're going to prioritize a female that you think is just straight spitting all over the other chicks around her because you identify that way. So you're looking for somebody else. I mean, let's just be honest about something right quick. Most men are not athletes.
Right, of course.
Most men are not athletes. So when you think about Marcellus Wiley, he's been an athlete his whole life.
Yes.
So, I mean, as far as physicality is concerned, physically, he's been in the top 1% of men his entire adult life. So when he goes looking for a female, what is he going to prioritize? A female that he thinks, for his standards, hits in the top 1%.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just saying most of the females in the so-called top 1% today that these athletes go looking for, them chicks got a scheme. They got a plot. They got a plot already going. And like a spider, they're waiting for you to fall into the web. So I'm just explaining to you what I believe made him susceptible to ignore all the red flags because he was too busy looking at his green flags, which is the conversation that folks really need to have. He was looking at the green flags. And once he saw the green flags, he just ignored everything else and figured, well, don't worry, my swag will put it all in the shape, and realized later, oh no, dude, she hasn't let go of her agenda. She still got that agenda. You're here to fill a need. But all the warning signs about her attitude, her conceit, her vanity, all of that was there the whole time. That didn't just pop up on a random weekend.
Yes, sir.
That did not pop up on a random weekend. Well, she's lived in Los Angeles for 12 years. Wait a minute. That was in 2025. The further down this rabbit hole we go, only 3% of nurse anesthesists are black. Only 3%. Okay. Well, she identifies as black when she's not identifying as mixed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I live in Los Angeles and have been a CRNA for 12 years. When did she meet Marcellus? How long her and Marcellus been married? 12 years.
Yes, sir.
She got expensive tastes. And she's not looking to pay for it and obviously couldn't. Otherwise, she wouldn't have had to go in her children's piggy bank to pay for their private schooling. So it ain't like that. It's not like that.
Yes, sir.
It's not like that at all. So I'm just letting you know the signs were there from the beginning. If you're just determined not to see them, it's like, okay, man. Okay. All right, just go for that. Just do that. What I'm telling y'all is that it is possible that Marcellus's money done got funny in the last 5 years since he got let go from Fox Sports.
Yes, sir.
I would be less than forthcoming if I didn't just say, hey, based on what she's showing and a bank is suing him for $500,000, we in Floyd Mayweather territory right now. I don't think his money was sideways 14 years ago when they first got together.
Right.
I don't think his money was like that. I think since then, situations might be different.
I think he spent a lot of it. He spent most of it on her.
I'm sure he has spent a lot along the way. You're piling up these kids. You're trying to hold on to her. You're trying to give ideas about her lifestyle. And even long after you're no longer able to afford it, there you are.
Right.
And you got a chick who ain't trying to downgrade nothing. She's not trying to downgrade nothing. If the story about the credit cards is true, I need more details because I'm not going to take her word for it. When I catch you lying, I don't take your word for it on anything. So I'm going to have to see some details. Okay, because I know you're working for a living. That really shouldn't have happened that way. However, if what she's saying about him dipping to the tunes of hundreds of thousands of dollars, now you have a bank saying, hey, he owes us more than twice what he owes her. He been doing that along the way too. It sounds to me like the money started running out.
Right.
The money started running low. And she doing what chicks do when the money run low and you ain't got no answers for how you gonna get back on that horse. She married you, done got 3 kids. That means she's betting all her chips on you. When the money was thick, he could lay up with other hoes. He could do whatever in the world he wanted to. You notice all her complaints go into hyperdrive when we get around the pandemic.
Right.
Same amount of time. The money pandemic hits. He's out of Fox Sports. Money run low. He's taking out hundreds of thousands of dollars in loans and not paying them back. The money is running out and she's like, okay, now all the stuff that she used to tolerate, she like, nigga, you don't make enough money anymore for me to tolerate that.
And deal with it, nigga.
Hey, fellas, them the rules. When you that dude, you get to make the rules and they just got to roll with it. Man, when it run out, oh, you don't get to do none of that no more. You can't have side chicks. You can't have you can't miss nothing. No. When the money run out, you lose all your privileges. You lose all your privileges.
Wow. So
and I'm telling you, in the last 5 years, she has grown weary of him because she's like, yeah, here's the issue. And I'm not saying this is a fact.
Yes, sir.
But I am telling you it's starting to look that way. Because she's talking about her money, and she's on Instagram talking about what she makes and this, that, and the other. It's starting to sound to me like she making more money than him now.
Damn.
And if she's making more money than him, tables are turned. When she met you, you were making more money than her. Now she making more money than you. It's like, oh no, she gonna put the boots to you now. On account of the fact that she feels like, not that you've been sleeping with her for the last 5 years and you didn't deserve it. She feels like you've been sleeping with her for the last 14 and didn't deserve it. That she made a mistake from day one. Men will be attached to children for the rest of their lives. Women to be like, I wish I'd aborted y'all little bastards. I mean, that's just the truth. So when you think about it, yeah, if his money ran low and if now she's making more money than him, or back then the doctors didn't make more than Marcellus. Now the doctors she hangs around, they make more than Marcellus. Now.
And she's going to throw away a family after 14 damn years, all because of this. Because my question is, you get rid of him, all right, who's going to protect your ass, your worthless ass? That's
why she is protecting her flat abs and everything else. That's why she's doing that, because this is about returning to the sexual marketplace, and she's advertising to the next men now that she comes ready. She is ready from day one. She ready to go as it is. She's not going to be a fixer-upper. She's ready to go now. You're not going to have to put her in the gym. You're not going to have to do none of that. She's ready to go right now.
Wow.
And let's be honest. I mean, she got the kind of build that the white dudes in California would like. So look for her. I'm predicting look for her to go in that direction.
Oh, most likely.
Look for her to go in that direction. And by the way, one more thing here before I let Elijah go.
Yes, sir.
They're not joking about these things. I want fellas to understand that. That's not a joke. That's not a joke, and that's not a game. I meant what I was saying here before. See, I saw this before, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra.
Yes,
this is
sir.
a female who thinks she's even more brilliant. Marcellus, you went to Columbia. Now, I don't know where his wife went to school at.
Right.
But beware a female who thinks she's smart. I told y'all about this for years. She thinks she's smart. She thinks she's intelligent. She met a man who's smarter than she is. Is she okay with that? Or is she harboring resentment because she has an inferiority complex and now she's going to spend every day trying to prove she's smarter than you? And when that eventually fails, well, screw it. Maybe I'm not smarter than you, but I can sure be more backstabbing and cunning.
Of course.
Doesn't that, if I'm more cunning than you, doesn't that count as smarter? Well, you might be smarter than me, but you didn't see me putting you in jail coming.
Right.
So I guess that means I'm smarter than you.
Right.
Which is ultimately where they fall back on later. So if she can't beat you there, that other shoe is going to drop at some point. Where did Marcellus run into trouble? Marcellus, you were in trouble, first of all, from day one. She wasn't wife material. Fellas, it helps if you can keep away from this situation before you even get in.
Yes,
I don't blame him for laying up with her. I don't blame any man for laying up with any kind of woman he wants to. 100% of them, fellas, they out there, go ahead and do that. Marrying her, having children with her, okay, now you've crossed the line. Now you've crossed the line. This makes no sense. There's no way you can justify this. That was day one was a problem. She biracial. Okay. I'm not beating up on the biracial kids. I'm just acknowledging a reality. They come to the situation confused. She was adopted. Now that tells me all these warning signs were apparent from day one. She is stuck as hell on herself.
Of course.
She is stuck on herself. She is as arrogant as she can be about herself. And she doesn't hide it. That means that's been there from day one, too. And you just sat there smiling while she's obviously so conceited about herself and won't shut up about it. That was there on day one, too. Then she's got expensive tastes. That was there from the very beginning also. Every warning sign known to man was there. He ignored them. Well, she's the type I should be with. Ignored them. Furthermore, how in the hell did she get as old as she was by that time and hadn't been picked up already? Because the warning signs, other men were smart enough, you weren't. Okay. They left her on the curbside for pickup and you decided, let me roll the dice. Then he tells you that she'd been doing stuff for years.
Right.
Years. That means this isn't new. And he sat there all this time. I bet you he's wishing he had done something different. Bruh, she ain't gonna quit going at you. Talking about you want to keep the two of y'all together for the kids. What if she don't give a damn about keeping y'all together for the kids? Now what? You still stay in the house with her? Until she figures out a way to sick them people on you? You still stay there? Well, I'm thinking about the kids. She obviously don't give a damn about the kids or this image you trying to maintain. As a matter of fact, she seems pretty damn resentful of having to do it. So what do you do, Marcellus? You could have left 5 years ago when you first knew this. Well, when you claim you knew it was happening. Okay. Because the bottom line is, fellas, Finesse 2 times told you when the hoe ready to go, the hoe ready to go. You can bow and scrape and do all this slick stuff you think gonna hang in there. Bro, when you see that the chick is done, she done. When she's sleeping with other men, he's admitting that she cheated on him with another man. Actually, what's his name? Acho?
Yeah, Emmanuel Acho, yeah.
Emmanuel Acho has said that he got proof that she slept with several men. He's like, he knows she slept with several men. Acho put out a video, and you know he ain't great friends with Marcellus at all. Right. But he put out a video talking about, he knows for a fact she done slept with several men. Several. So it's not a secret that your wife get around and you still sat there? Wow. How did you think this was gonna end? You thought she was just gonna be a model citizen for the next 40 years? When she's already bucking. And the other thing is, if y'all got to keep having run-ins to the men out there, fellas, you can call me an ass or this, that, and the other. Y'all better learn some of that. I will only give one thing. There's only one thing that I've heard in the last week that I agreed with from Jason Whitlock of all damn people.
Nigga, what? Yes, sir.
Jason Whitlock said, if you have to raise your voice or argue with the woman you're supposed to be with to get her to get with the program, stop right there. Fellas.
100%.
1,000%. If you have to raise your voice and you talking about checking females, no. If this chick's supposed to be with you, all the checking is for the chicks who ain't with you.
Right.
The one you married ain't supposed to be no checking her. Right. She's supposed to already have checked out. Right. So you're not supposed to be checking your wife. If you have to check your wife, problem, man. Problem.
Yeah.
Problem.
Yes, sir.
Ain't gonna work. So no, if you find yourself having run-ins, power plays, having to check her and explain things, and she's in revolt, man, you already got too much going on. So yes, no, that's not supposed to be happening at all. That's the whole reason for putting it through the stress test before you ever get married, making sure you check these things out before you ever get married, because this isn't supposed to happen. Right. You're not supposed to be doing this and you're married. You're not supposed to be doing this and you paying bills. No, it's not supposed to be no more arguing like that. You two can disagree about some things, but it's not supposed to be in got to raise your voice and check her territory. You got a damn disciplinary problem who's in open rebellion under your roof? No.
And you got a punk ass court system to back her too.
Because the system wants your assets.
Right.
The system wants the men's assets, and if you won't give them up, they'll give an incentive to the females to help them.
Right.
So no, if that happens, that's no. You should not do that. You should not do that at all. Period. Fellas, if you do have it, for those of you who do get married, let's just say for the 1/2 or 1% that the female is able to pass the vetting period, that you made sure that you put them through the paces and they had to pay tribute and everything, and they couldn't be fake for 2 or 3 years, assuming let's just say you found one who didn't show any red flags, and I don't want to ever say that one because fellas lie all the time. Even if you did have a mystery one that did that, the very first time that she shows red flags when you're married, brake pedal.
Yes, sir.
You're already in trouble. That one's just showing you, because what I'm saying is that maybe at some point things went bad.
Right.
Or whatever. My advice is going to be the same. It's like, okay, this is not going to get better. It's not going to get better. If she is on the road to contempt, my whole thing is, the internet folks sit up here and talk about when they form contempt, because them 2 doctors, that doesn't impress me. That's not impressive to me. Can you spot the signs that you're on the road to contempt? Right. And what I'm telling you is that if you're even on the road, it's time to start heading for the exits. Because the women have no incentive to stop and turn around. As a man, you have an incentive to, quote, work it out and all this old garbage. The females don't have any incentive to do that. She's like, if I can dump your ass and before I'm 45 and maybe I can throw a Hail Mary and get a replacement for you. That's what they're thinking, even if it's not realistic. That's the program running in her head. I can trade you in before I'm 45. I think I can make it. And you're sitting there talking about holding things together while she's saying, if I can hurry up and dump you. You two are not working towards the same thing. Right, so fellas need to get their heads wrapped around that. If you do see warning signs, if there's arguments, if there's open rebellion, well, I fixed it because I had to check her. Dude, if you got to check her, we're already done. We're already over. You just in denial of it. Thank you very much for giving us a call tonight. Not beating up on Marcellus here. I'm just saying, dude, you saw the signs. There were signs all. Now he's admitting that, yeah, the signs were there the entire time. You mean even while y'all was sitting up here putting up this video with y'all smiling a year and a half? Even with that, yeah, let me back it up right quick. Even with this old garbage here going on? Yeah, you mean she was sleeping with other dudes then? And you were like, okay? Because this reminded me of what's his name, that basketball player Joe Smith. Damn! Oh, we going there? Joe Smith, woman, a whole damn porn chick. With him running around the house and yelling and screaming and stuff and getting upset. Yeah, fellas, when that ball of money run out, them superficial chicks y'all chose, they let the real thing come out. They got with you because you was balling. They're not here to struggle with you. Not at all. She did not get with you for you. She got with you for the status. If she can't have the status, she's like, oh, hell no. You just getting a whole bunch of sex you shouldn't be getting. That's her perspective on it. You getting a whole bunch you should not be getting. Then they do the bug-eyed biracial thing. They good for that. Okay. All right. Don't get mad at me for telling the damn truth. Fellas, these are red flags. They're warning signs. Nobody told you about it. It is what it is. If you're a man today and you got 7 figures or more and the chick you with wasn't there when you was struggling, I don't know what the hell to tell you fellas. You got 7 figures and then you marrying a chick for what? If she didn't struggle with you and help you build it, now you're going to give her equity in something she didn't build? And you think this is going to end well? No, you go sign that stuff over, put it in the trust and let her know, baby, the only thing you get in this marriage is me. I am the only thing that you get. You might get to get a piece of the lifestyle, but other than that, baby, you don't get nothing. That's it. Everything is locked away. I ain't got no assets. Don't belong to me. Forget about it. The only thing that you get in this marriage is me. That's all you get. If I go somewhere or something, you can tag along. But the only thing you get is me. Fellas sit up here and work to go get 7 figures and then go hunting for a female like they holding the 7 figures out like a pork chop in front of a dog. Hey, little doggy. They went to go work to get the money and they're going to go try to use the money to get a female to commit. And she put no work, no time, no effort, no nothing into it. She just gets it all from day one. That stuff is crazy to me, man. That's insane to me. Just insane. You fellas are so damn desperate. I'm like, okay, man, look here. She going for the jugular right now. Bruh, she is not trying to dirty your name up. She's trying to freaking finish you. I mean, them other chicks with they bull crap talking about sexual assault, they coming out the damn woodwork talking about, oh, his wife's recent incident with the wife, this helps our case. Bruh, she ain't playing. She is trying to annihilate you. She does not want the kids because she wants the kids. She wants the kids so that she has leverage, because if she does make more money than you, she wants custody of the kids so that she can avoid having to give anything to you. Well, Your Honor, I got to keep all my income since I'm the only one with stable, steady income. So the house that he got, tell him he got to leave. They've already told him he got to leave. What? He bought the house and she's like, nigga, I'm getting the house now. If they got any cars, she gonna hold on to them now. So before the creditors can roll up, before the bank or any creditors can roll up, she got first dibs. So now she wants to move him out of the way of the assets since he won't be able to make any more. Okay, let's get him out the way of the assets. Let me keep the kids with me so I got the financial leverage and the court system will hit you and not me. At least I got this house and these cars. Let me go ahead and grab all this and leave you out there struggling. That's where she at right now. So she's like, okay, dude, let me just go ahead and snake your ass. Let me just do that. And this is where we at. What I'm saying is that, damn, we knew about this 5 years ago. Marcellus talking about he was trying to hold things together for the kids. I bet you now he's wishing he had gotten her before she could get him. That's what I'm saying. For all you fellas, even if you are married, hey, bruh, when she go to the attorneys, she's going to go for the jugular. So it's just going to be get her before she gets you. You can stick around and wait, talk about some kids if you want to. Do these women care about the kids when they go talk to an attorney? They don't give a damn what it is. Missed basketball games, what you don't get to see, what you don't get to do. The kids crying at Christmas, that woman don't give a damn about that. I'm not married and I know that. In the chat room, talking about an NFL pension. Here's the problem. Even if he does get a pension, she gonna get it. They were in California. She's been married for over a decade. All of his assets, she get half. Unless this dude just ain't making no money. But no, she was able to clip that. The only thing that would help her is if she just makes a bunch of money. I don't know. He might get lucky. Well, Jason, I mean, he got out of the league before then. Here's the issue. The issue is, when does he start drawing? So we don't know about that yet. I'm just saying, if he began drawing while he was married to her, the pension is on the table. If he started getting his pension after he married her, the pension's on the table. Pension's on the table. So she knew what she did. We know that she consulted attorneys. Let me go ahead and throw it back up on y'all's screens right quick. For those of you who missed the first hour, we know that she consulted attorneys because she said so. Also, because the day after the incident, she went to go file for divorce. But you see, she didn't file it. The attorneys filed it. Now, how the hell did they have all of this prepared and ready to go? Most likely, she told them to have her paperwork ready when she came back from Orlando.
Damn!
Because what she said was that back in January, Marcellus got upset with her because he found out that she had been speaking to an attorney. She'd been gearing up to leave you now for a while, and she contacted the attorneys first, which means that they told her what to do. They told her what to do to get prepared so that financially she can put herself in the best position that she can be in, so that they can make sure that they can get paid off of him. And they told her what to do before we filed this paperwork. I assure you she's already gotten her ducks lined up, which is why her Instagram has a whole bunch of her this year. Everything is about her, nothing about him and the kids. This whole year, nothing about him and the kids till you get way back there. She's going around the world visiting folk. She ain't got nothing to say there. Everything is about her. It's like, yep. She letting you know, okay, somebody gonna have to come get it. July of 2025. Everybody, this is your wife, Marcellus. I'm out here living my soft girl era like I'm 24. Balancing world chaos and main character energy like it's my job. When I'm not ranting about the state of the world and exposing truths, I'm out here living my soft girl era like I'm 24. Dude, she been waiting. Fellas, did I call it or did I call it? She been waiting to come snake you, man. She been waiting to come do this. And by the way, are those implants?
Damn!
Okay. I wonder who paid for those implants. All right. Jason, you dirty. I'm wrong? Okay. I'm in the wrong, though. Who's this? That don't look like Marcellus to me, y'all. Boy, I hope I'm not breaking news here tonight. Hey, Marcellus, that don't look like you. All right, moving right along. Well, she posted on Instagram, so moving right along. Okay, well, that looks like you, Marcellus, but all right. Bro, you cheesing big. Okay, you cheesing big. I guess you think your marriage is okay. Bro, she getting ready to snake the hell out of you. She's showing y'all what kind of life she wants. G-Wagons. Bro, she ain't gonna give that up. She ain't gonna give that up. If she can have it and have it without you, your ass got to go. So she been sitting around forever. She's talking about a soft girl life and a soft girl era. Meanwhile, you the world's busiest damn CRNA. So I told you there's a certain life that she told herself she's supposed to have, and you supposed to be financing it and footing the bill. And when she realizes, oh, you can't really foot that bill like that anymore. Their Canadian culture. I told y'all about these screwed up ass triracial kids. Nigerian, Canadian. What the hell is Canadian culture? I thought you were Nigerian and Dutch. My children's Canadian culture. What part of your kids' culture is Canadian? They were born in California.
Oh, please.
All right, y'all. Fellas, you can ignore these kind of red flags. A chick who wants to sit up here and everything is about her name dropping and all these obvious emotional deficiencies. Okay, you can ignore those bedrock psychological flaws if you want to. Or you can become an expert at spotting them and be like, okay, gotta hold her at a distance. Don't give her access and damn sure don't give her control. And that's really what it is. That's really what it is. So, okay. Oh yeah, I want to show y'all this. Your body's back at work, but your brain is still somewhere between Lagos, Canada, and a beach club in Europe. Y'all notice she ain't tagged Marcellus in a damn thing. This is back in May. Ain't tagged him in a damn thing. Everything is about her. The beauty of being a CRNA independent contractor is the ability to do this. Travel nurse.
Damn!
Sounds like travel nurse to me, but okay. Traveling to 3 countries in 12 days. That don't sound like a soft life. That sounds like hurry up and get it in before you get messed up here. Sounds like that to me. Could be wrong, but it sounds like that. So, yeah, my estimation is that Marcellus was once providing a lifestyle and whatnot, and in the last 5 years, the money started running low. And once that money started running low, she started losing a lot of tolerance. And then he takes out a loan for $500,000 to try to hold things together. If she's telling the truth about him getting a couple of hundred from her, that's why she's snaking you now. She's like, oh, nigga, you done put me under? Some of y'all ain't gonna like this tonight, but I gotta, on the off chance that Anne Marie is telling the truth, on the off chance that she's telling the truth, man, look here, y'all. If somebody got a couple of 100,000 from you and didn't pay you back, I don't give a damn if y'all married or not. How would you feel? How would you feel? How would you feel if your wife, fellas, how would you feel if your wife borrowed $100,000? She says approximately, which means it's probably 50, but fellas, if your wife borrowed $100,000 and ran up $100,000 on your credit cards and then didn't pay you back and ruined your credit, how would you feel, fellas? I'm going to be fair here. Fellas, how would you feel? She says that Marcellus borrowed $100,000 from her and then ran up $100,000 on her credit cards and ruined her credit. What does that also tell you? That tells you that she doesn't make enough money to pay back $200,000.
Damn!
Yeah, you can talk about soft life all you want to. The bottom line is these folk ain't paid like that. You living in California, you trying to take vacations, a couple of $100,000 should not have ruined your credit. If you really making money like that, a couple of $100,000 shouldn't have ruined your credit. Let's just keep it all the way real. With as much money as you should be making, allegedly. Because, by the way, take a look over here. She's a CRNA, but what did she say? CRNAs can earn physician-level income without medical school. Okay, and yet $200,000 buried you and ruined your credit? That don't sound right. That don't sound right. Okay, you can say this all you want to, but according to these court documents, you're kind of overstating it. So, yeah. I'm not dissing or nothing. I'm just saying, okay, you're kind of overstating it. But to the fellas in here, fellas, if your wife put you $200,000 in debt, you might be calling them people on the ass too. Damn! Let's just be honest, fellas. If your wife put you $200,000 in debt, yeah, you might set that heifer up too at Disneyland. You might take her ass to Disneyland too to go set her up. It's like, okay, heifer, you gonna gank me for 200 G's. Got my credit back in the 500s. All right, we're gonna see how this gonna go. You gonna gank me for $200,000. Okay. All right, we gonna see. So, fellas, I don't know, y'all. Fellas, if your woman ganked you for $200,000 and left your credit upside down, got you back on Credit Karma, I don't know, fellas, y'all would let that slide? You sitting at Disneyland, Disney World, she's sitting up here laughing and smiling and got you $200 in the hole? Not $200, $200,000 in the hole and then left your credit on E? Fellas, you might have done the same thing. I mean, y'all might, as soon as she go to sleep, you sitting up here with the law officers of Morgan & Morgan. You documenting everything. You like, this dirty asshole here. So, man, I'm just saying. Fellas, I mean, if that was your 200,000, you just gonna let that slide? Just everything is everything. We all right. Just, well, Jason, you know, I mean, she blew 200 G's. My credit messed up, but we gonna work through it. I mean, you're in your 40s and they done messed up your damn credit. You done worked all these years. Should have fought all them bedpans and messed up your credit, and you're just like, well, you know, we just gonna have to work through it. No, some of y'all fellas would be sitting up here getting ready to file this divorce, going through her phone and getting all the incriminating evidence. Come on, fellas. Come on now. Some of y'all would be right there doing it too. So, if anybody thinking you're not being fair, I'm like, if he did this, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, buddy, she done went and ran your pockets for 200 G's and then just left you hanging. So, while he's all on Instagram acting like he big shotting, and I mean, we sitting in the Maybach van. Can you imagine? No wonder she upset. She like, wait a minute, nigga, you ain't paid me my $200,000 back, and yet you sitting in some Maybach rental van. You on some Maybach rental shuttle and ain't paid me my $200,000 back? So no wonder she's salty at this point. Talking about dadcation. Okay, so yeah, bro, she been waiting to snake you for a minute. She's still salty, but I'm like, Marcellus, you gonna do something about that 200 G's, ain't you? Ah, bro, yeah, I run my house and she be all right. She a CRNA. Okay. All right, bro. We gonna see. Because, fellas, I'm just telling y'all right now, if y'all look in y'all bank account tonight and you see you $200,000 short, and she's sitting there on Instagram talking about living her best life to all her friends, but you know that she just beat you out of $200,000 and your credit is upside down, and now you owe people. You owe people, and she's sitting on Instagram acting like nothing's nothing. It's like, okay. Okay. Y'all wonder why she going for the jugular now? So she going real vicious. She like, hey, this nigga she like, okay, we in loan shark territory. We are not married anymore. We are in straight loan shark territory, nigga. Damn a vacation. Where my damn money? That's where she at today. She's like, damn a marriage. Where my money, nigga? She's there with it. She's there with it. She's like, okay, I'm going to get my money back one way or the other. This where she at today. Fellas don't think chicks will go vicious and cutthroat if you married. She like, yeah, I'm going to get my money back from you one way or the other. Oh, you ain't going to give me my money back? Okay, I bet you the law offices of Brock Gross Fishbein can do it. I bet you they gonna get my money back. Oh, what do you know? They got me a whole house in one weekend. Damn! Oh, you don't want to give me my money back? Okay, the law offices of Fishbein LLC got me a whole house in one weekend. Things looking up already. All right, fellas, this is where we at with it. This is where we at. We'll go ahead and jump back over here on Zoom again right quick. We got Prince up here on Zoom. What's on your mind, Prince?
Hey, Jason, do you think in marriage or relationship period, but should couples commingle funds?
No.
That's always a bad thing, I think.
I mean, look, under ideal circumstances, it's not an issue. Okay.
Right.
under ideal circumstances, I would tell you, sure, it's not really a problem. The issue is that you're not married to her, you're married to the state.
Exactly.
And
that's the
commingling of funds. The state is like, okay, well, we say that belongs to everybody by doing that. So, although once you get married, though, technically speaking, that's a relative thing.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to do that, especially if you're a guy in the 7-figure club, you can have a joint bank account that you put some funds in, but nobody should have access to the lion's share of it except you. Now, if something happens to you and you die or something, well, she's legally going to get that anyway.
Right.
So that's really not supposed to be a current issue. As long as you have the money and the funds available to take care of whatever you need to take care of, that's the only thing that matters. The other thing is, if you're the man of the house, you're supposed to be directing the finances anyway.
Of course.
If there's ever, that's another thing. If there's ever a time you got women out here who just spend money like little children, they spend money like kids, and as a man, you can't tell her anything, that's not your woman. If you cannot tell her this is how the finances will be spent, yes, that includes yours. If you can't do that, that's not your woman.
Exactly.
So if that ever becomes an issue, you're supposed to wipe your hands right then, right there, because this is going to be a fight for the rest of your life. If you're lucky, it'll be the rest of your life. If you're unlucky, it'll be for the rest of your marriage, because she's going to divorce you at some point and be like, okay, I'm going to force you to give me everything I want, which is what she's crying about now. So, no, I'm really not a fan of that. You should just have a joint account for that purpose there. That really shouldn't be an issue. But more importantly, you should be directing the finances in the home. So really, you're supposed to be the one telling her what's going to happen with her bank account.
Exactly.
On the count of the fact that you're the captain of the ship, and you're saying, okay, this is the agenda for this ship. This is how we're going to run it. So this is the money you make. Great. And here's how that's going to be spent. Because this is my program. And this is what the program going to be. And so you must produce around here to be part of the program. Okay. And this is how your contribution to the program is going to be conducted.
You got to lead them but you can't be leading, as you would say, with your wallet. If you're leading with your wallet, you're not leading a woman. You're following her. So that is a problem. Jason, my thing is never break.
If you lead with your wallet, you're trying to get her to submit to your finances, not to you.
Oh, gotcha. So when the finances fail, he's in deep problems there.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with that is that you're leading with your wallet is that's simping. If that's trying to get a woman to submit to your finances, and you don't want that to be the case, because sure, she'll submit to your finances, but this is like having a job. She doesn't have allegiance to her job either. So if you want her to have allegiance to you, then you start with you, which means your accomplishments. Does she look up to and admire you, or does she desire your finances? And too many fellas are like, well, the finances show do work. And I'm like, yeah, but she's never bought into you. She's bought into the benefits package. She never bought into you. And the older males get, the more they rely on that, which is pathetic and stupid. There's just going to be such a generation of old dudes out here getting run by chicks, pensions getting took, or getting latched onto and leached onto. And it's just going to be a bunch of old dudes today with a bunch of sob stories.
And I think if a man is planning on marrying a woman and having children with her, he needs to be thinking about that before he even gets with her. What type of woman would she be, a mother? And I don't know if they're properly vetting these women. The sex can, like I said, if they bombard you with the sex, they hiding something else. Because she's sitting up there looking at him with that goofy face. I'm like, man, I've never seen a woman respect a man. You saw she's screwing other men while she all on camera with him, and they talking like it's all hunky dory.
Yeah, I mean, but she's doing that, but he knows.
Yeah,
there's the real problem with that. That's what I'm saying. Now we're in Joe Smith territory. Damn that YouTube stuff and damn Fox Sports Net. We're in Joe Smith territory, bro. Now, Marcellus, if you know she's sleeping with other men, and then you trying to make us think, well, I was thinking about the kids, nigga, who you fooling? I know it's a hell of a time to bomb on you. I'm not bombing on you, bro. But I mean, I gotta keep it real right now, because I'm not gonna come back and be talking about this in 6 months, do you feel a little more comfortable? No, bro. To be frank, many family members, and I'm just saying, I never wanted family issues and my struggles to become public for any reason, including divorce leverage. But unfortunately, I knew this day was inevitable. Inevitable? What are you trying to say? What he was trying to say is what y'all see on your screens here. What he was trying to say was that I was willing to endure anything, including her sleeping with other men.
Nigga, what?
Oh, most definitely. To keep the fort.
If it meant being with my children every day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm willing to endure anything, including her sleeping with other men. We're gonna, quote, endure that too?
She's using the children as a sledgehammer.
Okay, well, sure, yeah, true. Unless, of course, financially he didn't have any say-so.
Damn! Probably so. Money was dried up.
Yeah, if the money low, it's just like he just got to sit there and smell other men's brute on his woman, I guess.
God, dog. That's what she told Joe Smith. That porn star, she told him. She said, we needed the money. I said, God, dog.
Yeah, you just gonna have to smell other men's Calvin Klein on me, nigga. Because this gonna be what it is. So I'm just saying that he's trying to make it seem noble. There's nothing noble about this. No, you're not gonna clean this up and make it seem noble. There's nothing noble about tasting other men on your woman. There's nothing noble about that. Nothing. So no, you're not going to clean that up. You talking about, she been talking to and sleeping with other men and you just sitting at nuts because your money ain't right no more. And if it was, your money's not right anymore. You don't have say so. You can't veto. You can't object. So now you just got to sit there and watch her go around that damn hospital auditioning your replacement. Yeah. And just got to sit there with it and just hope that the rest of these folk ain't going to go for it.
And you know what's so sad about that? She's probably using the fact that she's married to a former NFL player as a resume to screw other men.
Yeah, dudes go for that kind of goofy stuff. Like, oh, yeah, you had an NFL player. And then you feel like you outdoing him or something. Or at least they want to feel like they're an NFL player for a day. So it's real cuckish. But yeah, bottom line is that if you know your woman's sleeping with other men, it's like, okay, that's supposed to be a dead stop. That's supposed to be the end of the damn thing right there.
Yes. And see, that's the thing. They worried about the children. Jason, I believe that a man should never break up with a woman in person. If you're going to break up with her, you better make sure there's some distance between y'all. And another thing y'all going to have to do, if she's doing things that's disrespectful or emasculating, you just got to just chill.
Okay, the thing is, well, you're trying to protect the children from divorce. I'm trying to protect your kids from this.
Yes.
What just happened to him? I'm like, dude, you're not going to be able to protect the children from divorce because you have no control of that. If she wants to leave, and she's already showing you she's doing 9/10 of everything to leave, she's done everything except file with them people. And when he knows she's talking to an attorney, Prince, you've been divorced. You know the game is all the way over if she's made that phone call. If she has made I can tell you, if she just made one phone call 5 years ago, that might be one thing. If your chick has made 2 phone calls, two to an attorney, oh dude, that the call back was the go ahead.
Yeah, red flags is they start asking you, have you paid the vehicle off yet? They giving you little clues.
The first call to the attorney is to find out what's the process of divorce like and how hard is it and can y'all handle my case. If she calls him back, the call back is the go ahead call. That's the we can proceed. We can proceed. And so when he saw that she made the phone calls, dude, you're not going to be able to protect the kids from the divorce because this isn't a one-party state. You got 2 people who can choose this. And she's already made it clear she's going to divorce. The only thing you can save them from now is her setting you up and taking all your assets or whatever. That's the only thing you can save the kids from now is having a broke dad. Getting broken in by the state. That's the only thing. He's had 6 months to move his damn finances and rearrange it.
They must really love California because that's the worst place to be married.
I mean, California has a lot to like. California has a lot to like if you can afford it, if you have enough money left over. I've been to California. You know, I've been all the way north, all the way coming down through the mountains. California is a gorgeous place. It really, really is. Everybody talks about Southern California. And don't get me wrong, LA and San Diego, it's all great. It's all wonderful. The Bay, they didn't build a bridge because it ain't beautiful. Folk have not congregated there for thousands of years because it's not beautiful. They're there for... My parents told me something when I was young. They said the Europeans did not fight and kill folk to conquer this place because it wasn't worth nothing. That's not why they did it. They did it because it's one of the most beautiful, wonderful places on earth. That's the reason why. You see wars fought in a lot of places. Tell me the last war that got fought in the Sahara. I mean, in the desert. Not on the outside of it, in the desert.
All time ago.
Yeah, ain't no wars getting fought in deserts, jungles, ice. What's that? The Arctic, the Antarctic. There have never been a war fought there. The wars are all fought in the nice places. Yes. So just understand that California is a gorgeous, beautiful area. It really is. Southern California, if you like the lifestyle of it, you know, and I've been to all the beaches out there. They're great. They're different from Florida. Florida's beaches are kind of, they're like new money. California's more like old money. So the attitude of people in California is different.
Okay.
Florida's more like a knockoff version of it. California's the authentic thing. And there's a lot to like. There really, really is. However, if you get a female who gets used to that and tells herself that that's what it's supposed to be, then you're going to be along for that ride too. You're going to be along for that ride of her saying, this is what I'm supposed to have, and I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving it up. I'm not moving to a cheaper place. I'm not going to downgrade the car. I mean, I need y'all to understand that. When you get a chick, there's a reason, brother, they get addicted to that. You throw them in a Range Rover autobiography, you throw them, why you think all the Amory and Tisha Campbell and the rest of them, 10-year-old Range Rovers, brother, we covered this, fighting over that. Brother, they do not want to give that up. They don't want to give up their G-Wagons, not just the house. They don't want to give up nothing. The G-Wagon, the Range Rover, the credit cards, the designer bikinis, the handbags, they don't want to give up anything. And not just the things. They want those things in that geographic area. I just showed y'all when she was going down the street with the big palm trees there. She took that picture for a reason. That's the lifestyle. They want that. And that costs a lot. So no, and if she gonna lose it, she's like, if I'm losing, we all losing. And that's where he's at now. So that's why she been sitting up here trying to suck and freak anybody else she can and try to, hey, is there a sponsor who's willing to take a slightly used single mom?
Now, Jason, what would be your biggest, and I don't know, you may be living there. Would you move to California? What's your biggest, apprehension or whatever it would be?
No, I didn't. Only way I move to California is if the indictment goes through. Damn! I mean, if they can convict me, that's the only way I'm moving to California is if that happens. If the DAs finally convict me, then I guess I'll be a resident of California. But other than that, I'm not going. I love visiting. I love visiting California. California is just, I mean, first of all, I'm not from there, but California is a nice place to visit. It really is. If you can get away from LA, because LA's nuts. Just folk in LA know it. San Diego, like I say, the place people really want to go to are overcrowded. Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is gorgeous. And now they're overrunning that, so forget about it. But if you could get me outside of the cities, but then again, that's where all the action is, because it's kind of crazy. You know, if you're not in the cities, nothing's going on. So there's the real problem with it. If you're not in the city, nothing's going on. So you just like being in California. And there were just a bunch of folks who went out there, and that's all they do. They go out there and they sit out there, and that's really it. They don't do anything beyond that. So all the action's in the city. If you're not in the city, you know, they just have a lot of exclusive neighborhoods around it. But if you're not in that, it's lost its value, quite frankly.
Okay. Now, brother, where do you think can either of these guys recover, Tigger or him, because of the fact that Tigger was the fourth baby daddy? Are they not connected to other men to tell them, hey man, these are not good decisions? Or were they at a financial place that when certain guys get to a certain level financially, they don't listen to other men on their level?
I mean, we got a lot of that going on, though. I mean, there's just a lot of that happening. Where athletes are concerned, you know, they don't really think they've grown up in a gilded cage with people assuring them they're going to take care of them, and then one day they find out that's just not reality. So that tends to get a lot of them. People in media and entertainment, it gets a lot of them too. Okay. So there's not a whole lot you can tell them. But look, beyond that, brother, a simp is a simp. He's a sucker waiting. He's waiting for somebody to come juice him, and they're going to do it. Waiting for somebody to juice him, and they're going to do it. So that's just all there is to it. You know, they're waiting to get got, and they're going to get got. And there's nothing you can do about that. So as men, we have to be aware that when a fella has had something in his head that he's been chasing all this time,
yes,
if he gets a hold of it, he's willing to take outrageous risks to retain it. Dangerous risks. And eventually they become unreasonable risks.
Because he's not looking at the red flags. What he's talking about, in a guy's mind, he has a certain thing that he sees, like she says she's a unicorn, and he's like, wow, that's it. And he's ignoring all the red flags because she meets his so-called ideal of what he expects from a woman, and ignoring all the trash that come with it. Let me ask you something, Jason. Is it ever a situation where a man can upgrade a whore? A whorish woman, or a woman that had a whole lifestyle?
Upgrade. I mean,
do a whore? Do a whore ever have value? Can a whore have value?
I think she's already demonstrated her value. Look, the bottom line is don't commit to her.
Okay.
But that becomes very, very tricky for men, because the problem is that sex turns men's brains off, and the longer they sleep with a woman, the especially if she's not giving a bunch of problems, you start getting acclimated to it. So if a man could remain objective, I guess if he has a whore who annoys him from time to time, and that might prevent him. So if he can remain objective, maybe. Beyond that, no. Because the bottom line is, what are you investing in exactly? Mm-hmm. Now, there might be, some hoes that you may have to deal with from time to time for various reasons.
Yeah.
Like if Cardi B wasn't so damn far out there and so out of line, something like that.
Okay.
So from time to time, that would be okay. But that's what, once again, I'm saying, okay, but can you hang out with her and then send her home? Can I trust you to do that? Can I trust you to get out of the bed with her and not be confused about what she is?
But what if the sex is on point and excellent?
Nigga, I don't care if the sex is on a magic carpet. At the end of the day, if you can't get out that bed and know I'm having great sex with a hoe. If you get out of that bed and get confused and start saying, well, she's not a hoe like that.
There you go.
When you start debating this and arguing with yourself, that's where you get into trouble. And a lot of guys do that. Tigger's wife, I mean, that is it. I'm not even disrespecting him. Bruh, this was a violation. This was every foul known to man. You had no business fooling with that. None. She was trouble for the last 3 people. What the hell do you think? She's gotten better? So what is it about you that thought she was worth taking this kind of risk on? Fellas get weak. Fellas get desperate. Or they get a female who is their right kind of drama.
What? Damn!
You get fellas who kind of like some drama, and then they get a chick who's their kind of drama. Case in point, let's take either one of these chicks. If they dealt with some dudes who had a little paper or something, they might have been by the Gucci store before. They might have been by the Chanel store before. They might have been by the spa spot before. So she comes to meet you, and next thing you know, she's been to some high-class places in between. Well, now, she's got some experience. She's a little seasoned, and fellas like that. There are fellas who got money, and they like that. That she already is hip to the lifestyle. You see what I mean? Or that these are not new things to her. So he likes to just hit the ground running. So these chicks know how to pick that lock. Tigger's wife reminds me of, what's her name, Marjorie Harvey. So you got chicks who've been around the block and stuff. They've gotten older, but they've learned how to give some of these airs, and they go look for a kind of guy that's the kind of thing that he values. So you got some men who want a woman who's going to get with the program. Then you got other guys who want the woman to already come pre-programmed for it. And so if that's what they're looking for, okay, she hits that. Because they got other pictures of him with her, and I could see her all dolled up. So she wasn't looking nothing like that mugshot. So, yeah, I'm like, okay, if that's all you're thinking about. Okay, but that also requires you to ignore these 3 kids over here. And I'm just saying that no point could I ignore that. At no point should a man ignore that. What is it about you that desired to ignore that? Because those should have been deal breakers, and yet they weren't. So what is it about you that made you overlook that? Because there's not supposed to be no sex in the damn world that gets you to forget that when you get out this bed, there's going to be 3 kids yelling at you. What is it about you that thinks that's okay? That tells you that she chose the right mark.
She sure did. He was letting this boy talk to him crazy, and he's trying to explain himself.
That's not something that happened in one day.
No.
Even as a so-called stepdaddy, they're not supposed to be talking to you like that, period. You should already have that in line from the beginning. What that means, they've been talking to him like that the whole time.
Yeah.
They've been talking to him like that the whole time. And the bottom line is he's had a full-blown rebellion in his house the entire time and sat there with it. He sat there with it, and now it's the inevitable. They all ganged up on you. How do you think TMZ got that video? We know whose damn phone it was they got it from. How the hell do you think TMZ got the damn video? They got the video from this little chump you brought into your house because you figured that was going to turn out well. And it's just like, okay.
And they've been cautious with his life before now, supposedly. And now you do something this reckless or put yourself in this type of situation. Seem like you would have known better, but like you say, the sex does it. Let me ask you, is there any subtle signs of a woman that's secretly competing with a man that she's with?
The signs of a woman competing with you are usually not subtle. It's just that men tend to overlook them. A female who is talking about her accomplishments, her degree, her career, her value, her intelligence. You go to Anna Marie Wiley's Instagram page, and that is a textbook example of everything you're referring to. That's it. It's okay for a person to have confidence in themselves. This is a married woman with 3 kids, and she's not talking about any of that. Every word she talks about is her. My life, my experience, my struggle, Mein Kampf. I mean, that's everything coming out of her mouth is about her. So, by definition, you are here to be a hood ornament and an accessory in her life, in her program. So, Jada Pinkett, we can go down the list. Eventually, that's going to show itself. So, when a female starts talking about she's an expert, I'm smart, I'm this, I'm that, it's like, okay, that should be a given. You shouldn't have to tell anybody. So men want to ignore these things. Oh, women are just kind of vain like that naturally. I'm like, okay, these are men who don't want to believe this because he wants to believe that he can stop looking. He wants to believe that he can settle down and grow some roots. That's what he wants to believe. And females who are snakes are looking for guys who you've just gotten weak, and now you're looking to sit down. And she's like, good. Because snakes don't like biting folk who run. They like biting folks who sit still.
Yes, indeed.
I'll let you have the last word.
Jason, what in the heck is wrong with Russell Wilson? He's sitting here, Lele Anthony. What is he doing? what does he call himself doing? He think that's some I don't know. He's complimenting her bent over the thing. What is he just that game goofy or what's going on there?
No, I mean I think it is what it is. I just warned y'all what it is. I just think it is what it is.
You think he's sending a message to his wife, or he's just?
I think that Russell Wilson is a backstabbing snake, as he always has been. And he's got an inferiority complex, well deserved. And eventually he's going to do you like he did his teammates in the Seattle Seahawks, Ciara.
And deal with it, nigga.
Eventually the fangs are going to come out for you too. And what I'm saying is that his conflict resolution with you will not be to resolve anything. His conflict resolution is going to be to snake you, because that's what Russell does. That's what he did. He finally achieved the pinnacle of football sports, and what did he do? Did he try to hold the team together, or did he snake them? Now, Tom Brady's wife divorced him. You don't hear Tom Brady's former teammates talking trash about him.
No.
How about Russell Wilson?
Oh, you a whole bunch of them.
Peyton Manning, his former teammates don't talk like that about him.
No. But these guys were leaders on their team. I don't know what you would call Russell Wilson. You know, he won the championship and went to the other Super Bowl, but I couldn't believe why it was actually going on. They was talking about how cutthroat and backstabbing he was. More than one teammate.
Life lesson to be learned there. So, like I say, it'll be interesting to see who gets who first. Ciara or him. Not sure who it'll be. I guess we're going to find out. Thank you for giving us a call. Yeah, I guess we're going to see who gets who first. What's he doing? He's doing what he always does. Doing what he always does. Let's go ahead and see if we can get one more call here. All right, let's see if we can get Miller Boy up here on Zoom for me here right quick. Miller Boy. There you go. All right, Miller, what's on your mind?
Oh, man. Great broadcast. Great broadcast. I'm sorry. I got YouTube still playing here on the other side. But anyway, what's on my mind, man? You hit it on the you hit it on the nail, man. You heard me?
Yes, sir. We hear you just fine.
Okay. I got this YouTube still playing for some reason. It's playing twice.
All right, brother. Well, you're kind of messing up my program here right now, so I'll give you a chance to go back and see if you can get your life back together here on that. So, but thanks for giving us a call here tonight. Red flags, folk, red flags all over the damn place. Men, it's the 21st century. If you're making 7 figures, you shouldn't be getting with a chick who ain't built nothing with you. You do that at your own peril. If you're that desperate, you're that lazy, okay, perfectly fine. Pay your money and take your chances. As you can tell, they ain't playing no games with you. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here tonight. If you're new here to the business, welcome to the program. All your favorite YouTubers love to hate watch. Click that subscribe button, that notification button. Join us each and every time that we are here. If you haven't been to our Patreon, the link is in the description. We do it 12 noon Central Time. You're more than welcome to join us. I want to thank all of you for tuning in to tonight's program. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And this concludes this broadcast of The Business. I am your host, your brother, your humble servant, Mr. Jason Black. And until next time, my brothers and sisters from around the world, remember, handle your business